Okay, so this is our daily vlog, and again, this basically what we're doing here is we're expanding Remove It Pros all over the state of Florida. That's our primary goal. The secondary goal is we'd like to have some impact and show people how to do some of the things that we've done. And again, we're not trying to say this is the only way to do things. This is the way we do things. I think sometimes the things that we do are we do them the more difficult way, according to those around us. But maybe that's the way it is for all entrepreneurs. You take the road less traveled. So yesterday was a pretty cool day. We did our first live, which we had a lot of trouble with it. We had a bad cell phone hotspot. There's no Wi-Fi where we're at, so we made do. We ended up having, I think there was like 4 or 5 lives. I think there might have been 10 or 11 looking at the feed. But ultimately there was almost 5,000 views. So pretty cool. So what we're doing is we're tearing down a 7-story building here on Fort Myers Beach, and we've been on the building for about 8 weeks, taking out windows and doors and stuff that's resaleable. And the machine showed up. It took a couple days for them to get all the parts here, and we run the machine for about 8 hours or 6 hours, and it blows out a couple of the lines inside of the claw. It's pretty cool. The claw looks like it almost looks like a dinosaur. A couple of things I've been working on that I've been kind of frustrated with, not getting traction on. Couldn't figure out how to get the payment made for Facebook. Our Facebook marketing, so it was shut down for like 4 days. And I went on yesterday and just tried it again, and it paid. I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. So we did have a fraud alert on one of the first transactions, and maybe there were some other fraud alerts or something. Maybe Logan cleared them, and he didn't tell me. He's out of town right now. So as part of this, Beach Talk Radio stopped by. Unfortunately, I missed him. I'd like to have been interviewed by him again. We got goodwill with them. They're basically, this is a guy who started doing like these radio broadcasts. I used to see him down on Times Square all the time before Hurricane Ian. And then after Hurricane Ian, he self-appointed himself as the guy to be the go-to guy and the information guy for Fort Myers Beach, and we all thank you for that, Ed Ryan. Appreciate it. He appreciates us too. He says lots of nice things about us, so we appreciate that. I think he does good business. I think we do good business. I think if you're watching this and you're from Fort Myers Beach, you need to support him. You need to send him a little bit of money every month so that he can keep doing this. As time goes on, with all the developments coming in and that, if you want to keep it well informed, he's the guy who is doing it. And if he doesn't do it, we're all guessing. So, well, there is Facebook, but he's pretty organized. The Facebook, the Google ads, while the Facebook stuff was turned off, we're picking up calls from up in Sarasota. So some of the things that I've been working on are starting to get some traction. So that feels a lot better. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. We want to go ahead and, you always want to do things sooner than later, right? So then, let's see what else is going on. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to go live on Facebook on my phone, on my mobile device, and it won't let me. And it's sending me a message, and I've run it by 5 or 6 other people, and none of them understand what it is. I'm thinking that it is a phone setting that I have to get changed around in order for us to go live on my phone. It makes it a lot easier. Yesterday we were using a laptop and a hotspot, and it was a lot more complicated. It worked just fine, but it was a lot more complicated. Now that machine that we're using to take down this building is really cool. It expands out to 75 feet tall, and it's got this claw on the top of it. And the claw, you put the claw around concrete or whatever, and it just cuts it right in half. So he Took down one staircase yesterday, and we ended up pulling out of there a whole dumpster full of metal just from the staircase. We took away one dumpster of concrete already, and we're going to put a little challenge out there. I think I'm going to put a little contest, seeing who can figure out how many loads of concrete we're going to pull off of this job. So everything's pretty separated. We went through the building. We got it to about 95% on the building, on the floors that we were stripping. We didn't want to be on that first floor on this building because it was in bad shape, and the floors were failing. The concrete floors were failing and coming apart. Okay, and let's see what else we got going on. So the junk removal book, they sent me 4 chapters this week instead of 2. So basically, I wrote the book, I sent it to them to edit. They're editing it and sending it back to me, and then I'm looking it over, and more or less I'm editing when they change the meaning of things so that it doesn't mean what I meant for it to mean. It's interesting. I'm writing 2 different books, and then when editing the other book, they change the complete meaning of what we're doing. They take the details out of the process. Well, without the details, the process isn't the process. It's kind of silly to me. Okay, let's talk about some really crazy stuff as an owner. So I get a call yesterday, and we had a guy who worked for us that everybody loves, dearly loves. Nicest guy in the world, just overly nice. And he had been accused of some sexual predatory stuff. And because he was so nice, we were kind of on his side. We kind of thought that he was in the right. Well, we read through the transcripts and stuff, and he went to court last week for a week. They gave him a life sentence. That's terrible, man. Yep. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know all the details. I know that he got a public defender defending him. I don't know if when I read what I read, we very seriously thought about letting him go. But I don't want to be the judge and jury, you know. I feel God's the judge and jury. We watch him just like we watch everybody else. You know, that we're not around kids. So that's a truly sad day. Now, he called me yesterday, and he wants me to find him an attorney. I don't know. I don't know about that. So, I mean, I like him, and all that. And if I knew him really, really well, and I believed in his innocence, I might do that. But I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. So we had that happen, and then we have this Airbnb property that used to be a Girl Scout fishing camp, and I can't find. I've got a water leak over there. It's getting 800 gallons a day. I have the guys over there. We brought in a leak detection person. He couldn't find it. And it's about 1.75 acres, and it's got 8 buildings on it, or 7 buildings on it. And we are literally digging up the whole water line to try to find this leak. So we've dug up about 200 foot of it. There's a total of probably 400 foot of it. So I got guys, I'm going to take them over there this morning, and we're going to dig it all up. Thank God it's not very deep. We're in Florida, so the water lines, when they buried them on this property, typically they're about 2 feet deep here, but this one, it's between a foot and a foot and a half deep, so it's not too hard to get to. We thought we found a leak yesterday, and it was one leak. We patched that leak up, and voila, we still have a leak. Still 800 gallons a day. So that's going to be expensive. Taylor and Logan are out of town. We had someone yesterday. These are just silly things that happen. Crazy stuff. Taylor and Logan are out of town. Get a call from one of our leads, and we have one of the guys was buying a car after work and brought $5,000 in cash to work. Of course, he felt the need to mention that to other people, and 2 guys got up in the back of the truck. And we don't know whether this really happened or not. But one of the guys that was in the back of the truck while they were in the store, the guys have security cameras at the store. While they were in the store, these 2 guys know each other, and they're in the back of the truck. Well, this guy's backpack is in the back of the truck. He had the money in his backpack. Well, the money's gone. So, as an owner, what do you do? What do you do? How do you get in the middle of it? I don't know. So, so Logan and I were having some engaging conversation last night about this when he called me from Idaho. So, at any rate, that's it. That's the vlog for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.